figured it would be better to film in here because it's windy outside today. It hasn't been windy in a while, which thankfully, with all of the polar vortex weather of -30 that we had for roughly 2 weeks, wasn't that cold for that long. But anyway, with all the cold weather we had for several weeks, it's still cold for most of the country, but we're supposed to hit 38 today, yay! So anyway, today is a bonus video. Little background on the video. You probably saw in the intro clip something that's a little concerning. It's very concerning, actually. Well, as long as everything is locked up tight and whatnot, it'll be fine, but there's a problem. So on Thursday, while we were making supper, there were deer all over in the fields behind our property. Not atypical. They're there most mornings, most evenings. And Andy said, that's a coyote. And it was running straight east from our house. Just one. I don't know exactly where it came from or what it was doing. Then on Saturday night, we were sitting on our couch upstairs. Our male outside cat apparently didn't get shut in the coop because he wasn't around for bedtime for the chickens, ducks, and him. All of a sudden, out of nowhere, we hear what sounds like a bobcat noise, like a growl, like that. And I'll try and insert audio of what that sounds like if you're not familiar, but that's what it sounded like. And our two inside cats just kind of did, and were staring at the door. So I hop up and I run to the door, thinking maybe it's just another, like a tomcat that's roaming around, whatnot. And I go outside and Sergeant is literally like pushed up against the door, freaking out, just like looking around. And I hear something scurrying off, and I figured it was just like a farm cat. They got in a tussle, whatever, but didn't really think anything of it. Just figured another farm cat. And we're trying to think of, well, what was it? What could it have been? We just concluded it was a farm cat. So Sunday morning, we get up, we go to church. On our way home, there were some vehicles around some of the property that surrounds us that we don't own. And we're like, that's odd. Whatever, maybe they're just looking for something. Maybe their dog got out, or a cow, or whatnot. So we pull in our driveway, and then one of the cars follows us and lets us know that they're looking for a coyote. So I go and inspect this spot in front of the house, and I'm looking at it, and the prints don't look like a cat. There's some that look like a cat, but more that don't. You know what I mean. And it looks like it was digging or pawing, like I said, and it was interesting. We're like, well, maybe what happened, you know, we're just trying to formulate the scenario, if you will. What happened is Sergeant was outside. The coyote actually chased him down, grabbed him in that spot, or was trying to grab him. And that's when Sergeant made this bobcat-like noise, because it was really loud. And after that all had happened, all of the cats sat there and just stared at the door. So Sergeant got to stay in the storage room that night because he was really, all the cats were freaked out, actually. So we're just thinking, okay, so this must be what happened. They're looking for this coyote. Our neighbor next door who owns 80 acres gave them permission to go try and find the coyote, because out here it's a nuisance. They will take a child out of your yard, small child, but will take a child out of your yard, and it's scary. So after we found that out, chickens didn't really go outside. Anyway, fast forward like throughout the day, Andy had a meeting last night. Last night was Sunday, And yes, I'm filming this same day and going to put it up as a bonus video because this is kind of in the moment. Can't wait on this, if you will. Andy gets home from his meeting and it had snowed most of the day here. We probably got 3 inches. That's just a guesstimation. 3-4 inches. And Andy gets home and notices there's tracks around the shed that I'm currently in. And I'll go walk you through kind of like the pattern of what these tracks. So we are keeping a close eye on the chickens, on the cats. Yeah, it's interesting, and it's not something that we have experienced before. We've had plenty of other predators, aerial predators, ground predators. We've heard coyotes, but this is the first one we're experiencing like in the yard. So let's go check out the tracks and follow it around, and we'll keep you posted on what's next. I'd say that's like 3-4 inches. So this is Andy's tracks. That's the coyote. Those are you can see better tracks right here. It looks like there's a bunny over here too. Oh, here's a really good one. Little birdies too. And again, these are Andy. Camera. Woo. He's up here. Yep. Definitely. He was even seeing if he could get to the chickens. So that actually makes us wary. Nervous a little bit, but we'll keep an eye on them, that's for sure. We'll see what happens. If he'll be back. I know he'll be back because he knows that the chickens are here. But we'll see. Fingers crossed. We'll keep an eye out for him and try and keep him from being in the coop. But thanks for tagging along today on this bonus video. We'll see you next time, guys.